Sound check. And I don't mention it very often, but I have said before, like, you know, you've got your favourite singers and you like to listen to them. You kind of like the sound of their voice and think that you might be able to develop elements of that in your own. So my two favourite ones, I've got three. So, you know, Karen Carpenter's one of them.
Yes.
I also really like Annie Lennox, and I really like Linda Ronstadt. I like their songs as well. I like their style, and it's a bit grittier. Some of them, but
they're age appropriate.
Yes, well, it's of my vintage, isn't it? That's right. I mean, and I noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, that Annie Lennox, on a lot of her songs, she uses a lot of mix. Does she?
Any particular song where that really stands out to you?
There Must Be an Angel. That one.
Yep.
That was the main one as the example of what I think she does a lot of mixing. And then later on in that song, the bridge of that song is I must be hallucinating, watching, and that's a belt. So she does a lot of belt as well. So those are the two areas that I've kind of been, apart from what we've worked on from our previous lesson, I'm kind of looking more focused on building the technique of mix, especially because I'm not really good at that specific. I'm not mindful of when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I just try and get the feeling that I'm doing it, but I'm not really mindful.
I think Annie Lennox, like many singers of her, you know, for the want of a better term, level and prowess, really expertly move across all weights of the voice, you know, whether it be a full-on heavy belt through to, you know, a really light upper register and everything in between mix. I think there is value in playing in that space and, you know, workshopping the voice so that you can apply your own mix, your own weighting to the voice. An exercise that you can play with this on is the Messa de Voce. One of the challenges of the Messa de Voce, well, the key challenge is pitch, but one of those challenges of going from the you know, crescendoing the dynamic while you maintain that pitch is also because you're building weight, playing a register game as much as you're playing a volume game. The other activity that's good to do to workshop mix on is actually lip bubbles, because lip bubbles are going to, you know, create, if anything, the default setting for a lip bubble is likely to be mix, I can hear a full tone in that, but equally I can also feel that it's got no weight behind it. It's quite light, and therein lies the mix. Why don't we try exercise 1, just a 5-note scale.
Okay.
And let's see if you can you know, apply that mix value where it's neither heavy nor light. It's kind of that Goldilocks zone of just right, and see if the lip bubbles can give that to you. If in the first few phrases you find it and you feel like you find it, see if you can switch to the vowel and then maintain it in the vowel. One more in the lip bubble and then go to the vowel. Now, I would describe that as a mix because it was neither heavy nor light.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I found it hard to do the lip bubble as not normal, because normal, as not normal, because my normal would be I just not have to think about my flow.
Yeah.
Basically, it would just
So
come
what
out to
was
make
it about the flow? What was it about the flow that you had to be mindful of?
It was just not as concentrated, I guess.
Okay.
I had to use the word the pressure, but you know, the basically the force of which is actually making the continuous bubble.
It's a more nuanced pressure, isn't it? It's not.
Absolutely.
It's not as applied or pressed. So that's not mix. In fact, I'm down there. I'm actually struggling to get into a lengthener dominant. If I go up, go up. That's definitely still, that's an upper register note, but it's still got a mixed value to it because the shorteners are maintaining some activity. Yeah, I mean, lip bubble, I think, is a good way to enter into workshopping it.
Okay. I think of it as a light switch. It's like with the dimmer. It's either on, which is what my normal default setting of doing a lip bubble is.
Yeah.
It's on.
Yeah.
Or it's just flattens out and it's off. And then somewhere in between the dimmer button is like I'm trying to get that consistent. Yes. It's not consistent with the lip bubble.
It's the misleading notion of the term mix in one sense that leads people down to call it an identifiable register when it actually isn't. It is a balancing of the musculature, and you are right, it is also going to be influenced by the flow and the pressure and how that all activates together.